Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm a global artist ambassador for FENIX360, and I'm blessed to be joined today by the comedian Mo Good. Hey, Mo Good, how are you?
Hey Johnny, how you doing? I'm blessed.
Me too. That's how I feel. Thanks for being with me. And listen, Mo Good, I would love to tune in to some of your work. Is it cool if we go to your YouTube channel and watch your live set from Riddle's Comedy Club?
Yeah, not a problem. Check it
I
out.
love it. All right, well, check it out now. Mo Good at Riddle's Comedy Club.
And now I realize, like, once COVID is over with, I'm gonna date completely different. I usually date, dudes my age. I'm 32. You know what I'm saying? I don't look like I'm 32. But I decided I'm about to start dating older men, cause they the ones that got it in order. I'm sorry, Mr. Like ponytail and everything. Like it seemed like your little ponytail seemed nice and youthful, but I want an old nigga. You hear what I'm saying? I want an old man. I'm telling y'all, old men are where it's at. You gotta understand something. See, y'all real young man, y'all want stupid shit. Like y'all want, I want that nigga to cash at me $40. Like, no. If a nigga drop a money order off at your house, bitch, you winning. That's a different type of breed. You gotta understand that. I want a man with respect. Like, I want him to have a Mr. in front of his name, like Mr. Charles, Mr. Earl, Mr. Willie, something like that. You know what I mean? I'm talking about if he still mail all his bills in, bitch. You winning. That's the one for you. I want a man that retired from the post office like 20 years ago.
Okay.
Hey, Mo Good, that's really funny. Thank you so much for sharing your work. And now I'm
So
interested in
appreciate
learning
that.
about you. Tell me, where are you from and how did you get involved in comedy?
I am from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. I got into comedy because I'm a storyteller and I'm silly, and my family was always like, "Oh, you missed your calling. You need to do this." So one of my cousins actually recorded my set at my aunt's house. Well, me telling the story, and she sent it to a friend of hers, who sent it to a friend of theirs, and they actually sent me a flyer for a comedy workshop. So I just went out on just went out on a limb and just went, and I started going. And when I touched that microphone, I knew I was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Cool.
That's great. That first time you did, I mean, did you feel like, wicked nervous, or did you feel like I got this and it's time?
I was nervous. I almost passed out. I'm always nervous.
That's what I thought.
I was nervous. I was
Good.
sweating. Oh my goodness. Pale a little bit. Oh my goodness. I was nervous. I was scared. I was like, oh,
See, that's tough.
I felt like Carrie or something. Like they're all gonna laugh at you. I don't know, but not in a good way. I don't know.
Sometimes an audience can be so sweet, and other times it's a viper pit. You got to make sure that you're on. So,
Crazy. They throw
so
you to the lions. Oof.
right. And so, anyway, I really appreciate comedians for that reason alone too. It's just I feel they're brave. So, anyway, let me ask this question: were there other kinds of comedians that you watched growing up that you thought were hysterical, and you're like, oh, you could feel the vibe of wanting to be a comedian also?
Yeah, some of my favorite comedians. Of course, may he rest in peace. Beautiful peace. Bernie Mac, my all-time favorite comedian because he's a storyteller like me, and he was so raw and unfiltered. I don't know if he would survive the cancel culture now, but still, he
Right.
was amazing to me. And he was from where I'm from, so I figured like he is so funny and so real. I'm like, people can really be like that. People can really tell their stories like that. But he was funny, and everybody understood him even though he was a guy from the South Side. He ended up with a show that was hitting everybody's living room, a family show. When he did the Bernie
Right.
Mac show, like
Incredible. Yeah.
just amazing to me. I really enjoy him. I really love Cat Williams. I think Cat Williams is so funny, and he does a lot of political comedy. He's really very, very smart, and he keeps up with what's going on in the world, and he breaks it down so that everybody can understand. Like
Right.
those are my like two all-time favorite comedians.
I love to hear that. You know what I mean? It's great to give, shine on them and also recognize kind of the influence they've had on you because
Yes.
they're a reflection of also what you love and these guys really bring it, with all
Yeah.
their expression and just brilliance, really. So at any rate, I appreciate that too. Now, what are you working on now, Mo Good? What's coming up for you?
Well, now this last month, I just actually started producing my own comedy shows at a venue called Blue 26
Nice.
in Chicago. It's in the South Loop. I'm producing a monthly show. I'm producing the best of the best in Chicago that I know and that are near and dear to me. And I'm not just booking my friends. I'm booking people that are hilarious, whether we encountered each other that much or not. I just want to put on good showcases so people can come and laugh in a nice, intimate setting where they're comfortable and you leave feeling better than what you came.
Yes.
So that's what I'm working on right now, just producing really great shows. I also produce a weekly show at Zany's Comedy Club, a very, very nice club here in Chicago. It's a weekly show. We put on the best of the best called Stand Up, Stand Up. So between those two shows, I'm really, really just getting into my producer hat and definitely taking my time and getting to know new comics and new versions of comedy and just studying the art of it more.
Right. Well, Moga, that is really cool. I'm glad. We're going to be looking forward to some of your progress. Now, has the venue already been decided for uh, that endeavor? I mean, have you already? Where's this going to be taking place?
Well, Blue 26 is the venue for my monthly show, and
Okay.
that's already been decided. I did my first show last month, and we had standing room on. We had to turn people away. So there was a great turnout. It was amazing. And I'm going to do this every last Sunday of the month from here on out until we can't go no more, you know?
Yes.
And Zany's, it's already set every Thursday. We do it at 9 p.m. Stand Up does a showcase. We have about 5 or 6 comedians. Myself and a couple other comedians produce the show, and we rotate the hosting of it. Like
Uh-huh.
last week, I hosted. This week, someone else will host. But we all perform and introduce these crowds because these clubs, some of these clubs are like touristy. You know, they have a lot of tourists. So we're
Yeah.
introducing our best to these new people. You know, you get a new audience each time, and that's an
And
amazing
the
thing.
audience. Yeah. It's brilliant.
Yeah, so
Yeah. And it's
that's what
great.
we're doing. Everything's all set. We're already rolling. Yes.
It's great that you're producing these other, comedic talents and that you understand it so well from that perspective, these productions that you're developing. So listen, or the writing though, I'm interested in Moga. Do you always do your own original writing, or do you have writers that help you to bring in work that you actually then implement into the productions?
I write every single joke I have. I've written practically, basically by myself.
Uh-huh.
My mentor, a great comedian named Michi Hall, he actually taught me how to write a joke, how to break it down, how to, do the build up, the punchline, the tags. He taught me all of that. But
Wow.
my writing, because I'm a storyteller, I write my jokes word for word, like, and then I do my jokes verbatim. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and I memorize them like that because I have a photographic memory. But like as I'm on stage more, because I've been doing comedy almost 4 years now. So as I'm on stage more, you learn more on stage. You get to create more on stage. Somebody in the crowd may say something, and some of my best work comes from me having conversations with other comedians. Because honestly, they may have your punchline in their head. They may say something that's you like, man, they be like, use that, or that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Those are the best writing sessions, And I
Yeah.
have my friends are very, very funny.
Oh,
Like
I
I'm
bet
about to
they
show
are.
her now. One of my good friends is here today, Miss Tara Terry. She's
Uh-huh.
sitting right here. We'll show y'all her, but she laid out. She laid out on the couch with her reading glasses on. I don't want y'all to see her unless she
And let's
you know,
she gave permission for that.
blinked out. But
Yeah.
that's like, but my friends are extremely funny and they're creative and they're so genuine. And I have a lot of friends who have been doing comedy over a decade. I'm blessed enough to be around where veteran comics can come and sit on my couch. That's a blessing, to me. So like I hate to say it for the rest of the people, but like I be getting the best insight. That's why I feel like my jokes really be hidden because I be like, ooh, my friends are funny and they be looking out for me.
That is great, Mo. Good. I love it. And listen, you know what I mean? Obviously, the energy to be around you, I bet, with your friends when you're all really on and enjoying one another. That's when the best, like, kind of
Yeah.
material gets developed because it's just so natural. It's when you're completely at the relaxed state, enjoying one another. So at any rate, I know what that's like with my own friends, and I sure appreciate it. So let me ask this
Yeah.
question then: do you have your own website, or do you promote a website where your venues, your gigs are happening?
I had to take my website down, but honestly, something going on with the server. But honestly, I promote all of my things. Um, I have all the links to everything in my Instagram and my Facebook.
Beautiful.
That's why I really promote everything now because that's where I get the most traction and I have the most support and following.
That's
And I'm
great.
old school too. I still text people, email people, the flight. Like word of mouth will hand out a paper flyer. Like I'm still a little old school, so I
I'm
do.
learning. Listen, don't lose that. All right. That's
Yeah.
the equality. So anyway, I appreciate you. And thanks so much, Mo Good, for being with me. I want everyone to tune into the social media links, the ones that Mo Good just mentioned below our interview today. And also look for Horizon on FENIX360. And thank you so much for your heart and voice and your work, making us laugh, Mo Good. Take care, man. It's great.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Danny.
All right. Thanks, Mo Good. Take care.
He wear a mechanic jumpsuit with them dress shoes. Got a nasty ass voice. Like he been chewing cigarettes for breakfast every motherfucking morning. I want a nigga that got a little hump in his back, but a little bow-legged walk to him, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker walk up to you telling you stupid shit. Yeah, I gave it a Cadillac to ride on to the work and everything. Shit, I looked out for him. I looked out for a motherfucker. Motherfucker knew what it was. Yeah. But don't let an old man get mad at you. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been with old nigga. You bitch, you been with Willie Earl, ain't you? Yeah, she been with old nigga. If an old nigga get mad at you, ladies, he gonna tell all your business. I swear to God. He gonna tell it all. And it gotta be a nigga that's older than Willie Earl. I'm talking about a man, it's the ones that tell your business. The ones that's so old that they first name ain't regular. It's just two initials like LB or JW. JW with the mechanic suit. Lip quiver a little bit, yeah. Shit. A lip quivering JW? Yeah. Told the motherfucker going on over there. Motherfucker act like they weren't playing. I always got a little Dauphine nose to it. Yeah, motherfucker.